Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be watching Team Training Wheels and Currently Chasing Samuro fight in Division C-West. The current map picks and bans are Team Training Wheels banned Brex's Holdout and Cursed Hollow, whereas Currently Chasing Samuro banned out Towers of Doom and Tomb of the Spider Queen, and they opted to play on Dragonshire. So the left team, which is Team Training Wheels, will have first pick. I'm currently waiting for them to start up the game. How are you all doing tonight?
Dragonshire.
Oh goody. OBS is broken again. Oh, no it isn't. Never mind. It's working. So looking at the history of these teams, I believe Team Training Wheels is currently in 9th position. Let me double check that. Yes, they are in 9th position in Div C-West, and Currently Chasing Samuro is in 12th with only 2 points so far, and Team Training Wheels has 6 points. Currently Chasing Samuro is looking to secure their first series win, so they've had a couple of games where they won, but no series win yet. Our first ban is Kel'Thas, coming out of Team Training Wheels. A Johanna ban from Currently Chasing Samuro. Hello, Mime. And welcome to the stream. Our second ban here is Malthael, which I think is a targeted ban at Mainscape, likely, because he does play a lot of Malthael, looking at their record in previous games. Our second ban here is Lucio. Let me just take a look at the stats for Team Training Wheels to see if that's a popular pick for them or if it's more of a meta pick. It looks like Lucio is really not that far up there for Team Training Wheels. They have won only 25% of the games with him, and they've played him 8 times. The first pick coming out of Team Training Wheels here is Greymane, and Greymane is a popular option for them. They have picked him 13 times so far, and they have a win rate of 46.15% with it. Out of Currently Chasing Samuro, we see a Zool coming from Wolf and an ETC from Pina Colada. ETC is fairly popular for Currently Chasing Samuro. On the left side, we get a Deckard and a Diablo pick. Let's see what the third bans will be. Both teams have secured their tank, but I wonder if we will be seeing a mage ban here from Currently Chasing Samuro. There we go, a Jaina. Jaina Greymane is a lot of burst, so it is understandable why they would ban that. Indeed, Zul rules. That is a lot of Greymane. Although I think the stats are including other other seasons or something, because it shows them as playing way more games than they possibly could have played this season. Alright, we get a Tracer ban. In my opinion, a Tracer ban is always a good ban. I mean, I hate playing against a Tracer, especially if she goes Tracer Abathur. But I'm not sure that anybody on CCS actually plays Tracer. So perhaps that is not homework done. Get a Hanzo and Malfurion from Currently Chasing Samuro. Leaving their, I suppose, mage, or could be a mage, could be something else, could be melee. Oh, we get the Sonya and Zagara from Team Training Wheels. I love Sonya. She's my bae. I love her. She's awesome. So here we go. Mainski picking up the last spot here. Usually, I think we've usually seen him on like Malthael or off lane kind of heroes. And with that gone on this team, I'm not sure what he will be playing. Rexar. Oh, so they're going for two bruisers. Rexar is especially good on Dragonshire, as his bear can really help hold that point. So I did not see that coming, and I think that was a good choice. Game starting up any minute now. Here we go. Who do you like the draft for more on here? Team Training Wheels or CCS? Let me start up a poll.
Heroes.
All right, let me introduce the teams. We've got Team Training Wheels on the left here with Mongoose on Diablo, Jason on the Zagara.
Battle commencing in
Is that a Will
10 seconds.
Ouija? Looks like a Ouija. On the Deckard, we've got Gigglesmack on Greymane and Larson on the Sonya. On the right-hand side, we've got Currently Chasing Samuro with Mainski on the Rexar, Slick Rub on the Malfurion, Marod on the Hanzo, and Pina Colada on the ETC. Got a couple cute sprays. Or maybe just one. Looks like Zagara's heading top. Just setting up with some creep. Oh no! Diablo's almost dead! Will he die? Yes, he does. That is first kill for Currently Chasing Samuro. Pretty early on, less than a minute into the game. Let's see if they can create some momentum with that. Red team has rotated all four to the bottom lane with Marod and Slickrub going for this camp. It looks like Deckard has the same idea over here, but he's doing that by himself, so it may take quite a while. But he was just starting it up until Greymane got there. ETC waiting in a bush here, making a play, maybe? Thinking about it, at least. Alright, Mainski up in the top lane has gotten ganged up on by Zagara and Diablo. He had 40 HP left, but he survived. That was pretty impressive. On the bottom lane, though, Sonya is also taking a lot of damage from the red team, who's focusing their 4-man on the bottom lane. Looks like Zul will be going to soak mid lane. Not too scared of that Diablo there, I suppose. Rexar coming in with the bear on the point, trying to cap that for his team. Or at least uncap it for the blue team. It's pretty low on health. Sonya's taking a bit of damage, gets rooted by Zool. She uses her whirlwind too soon. That's assuming she went whirlwind build. Let me check. No, she did not go. Whoa, she hasn't chosen yet. So there she goes. She used that whirlwind and didn't take that talent, which would have removed the root. So as Sonya, you need to wait for that Zool prison to just fully land before you can use the whirlwind to get out of it. Looks like the blue team's being a little aggressive here. Giggle Schmack dies to probably a lot of aggression. The blue team's trying to head to the mid lane to cap, but the red team will cap this bottom lane way sooner than the blue team can get there. So it looks like the blue team's just clearing here and trying to get some pressure in on this wall. In the top lane, it looks like Zagara is doing a really good job keeping up with Mainspeed's Rexar, getting in some damage on him. Zagara went Medusa Blades, so she's not stacking off anyone. But Diablo finds the Rexar. Oh my goodness, Rexar runs the wrong way. Is he going to survive this? I find it highly, highly unlikely that he will survive this. Wow, they did not chase him. Oh no! Oh no! Don't! Don't run into the Zagara again. Good stun here by Mainsky, and he makes it out alive. That was impressive. I really thought the blue team had him there. Alright, here we've got a skirmish coming up in the bottom lane. Looks like a lot of damage on Gigglesmack and Mongoose. They are likely to go down. Gigglesmack backs out, manages to get out of full form. Sonya still taking a lot of damage. Red team wins this one by killing just Diablo. That's right, we got a W build Zool, which in my opinion is the only way to go. Which is probably not a correct opinion. I mean, I know it isn't. But I love W Zool. Just the speed at 13 is just crazy. It's so good. Alright, red team has the dragon shrines top and bottom capped, but the blue team is defending mid with both Diablo and Greymane here. Although Greymane seems to be backing out a bit. I wonder if he has a sit. He just needs some heals. He has full mana. Zool coming in. Hoping to distract someone, perhaps. We've got ETC anchoring in that bush, waiting for the blue team to come in. Diablo gets rooted. A great root by Malfurion. Oh no, Pina Colada! He may be in trouble. Good root on the Hanzo, but there's no follow-up there as their damage isn't quite clear. In the mid lane, it looks like Zool's taking a chunk out of Greymane, or attempting to at least. Now the blue team has secured both top and bottom, and that Zool has got to be super careful. Looks like Rexar will be taking back top. Red team in the bottom lane, I mean, they're healthier than the blue team, so I'm not sure why they're not pushing it a little harder here. That was a good root on the Diablo. Red team also has their level 10, so at this point they should really be looking for that fight, which they would likely win very decisively. At this point, I think they could be looking at this camp, or at least at their own camp, but they've fallen behind a bit on the camps. In the meantime, they are taking bottom camp, though, with Zool's help. Pina Colada's in a bit of a dangerous situation here by himself, but it looks like the blue team is not too worried about mid because they have Diablo there. Rexar maintaining control of the top lane, doing a good job getting rid of all that Zagara creep. got Mongoose here defending mid lane, but I wonder if that was a horrible decision of him to go bot, because right now Rexar is picking up that dragon.
Hero slain. Hero slain.
Alright. Looks like the red team is having a tough time in the bottom lane, and Rexar fails to capture this before the blue team picks up top and bottom shrines. So, looks like the blue team's getting this, and that's it.
The fire comes
The contest for the first dragon is over. Only took them 7 minutes, or I suppose it's more like 5. Dragon goes for this mid fort here, manages to get that tower, and the entire wall actually, so that's pretty good. The red team has 4 people here defending. The ETC gets kicked out, making it harder for the red team to engage on that low health Greymane. Dragon Knight heads to the top lane. Their healer is in the Dragon Knight, so the blue team does have to be careful here to not take too much damage. It looks like Mongoose has taken so much damage, but there is no kill to be found there yet. The entire blue team is very low, and the red team is pretty much full health. But I wonder if they can get something done here. Wow, look at that mosh! We've got Zagara dead, Diablo dead, but he has enough souls, and Giggleshmack is almost dead. Oh no, ETC suicided for it and did not secure that kill. That was likely not worth it at all. In the meantime, Zul is heading towards this siege camp. And Mongoose has the same idea. They are coming to invade this. It is 2v1 against the Zul, and he backs out. Diablo does not get the flip, so Wolf is safe. Oh, and they decide not to go for that camp. It likely would have taken the two of them too long, and the rest of the red team would have shown up. Both teams on even talent tiers here. Blue team is starting on this bruiser camp of theirs. I don't think the red team has taken their top bruiser at any point in this game. Instead, it looks like they will be pushing a bit with their bottom siege camp. It looks like they got this entire wall, while the blue team is 4-manning this siege camp. Oh, look at that ETC slide. The Sonya gets rooted. She could whirlwind out of it if she had Rage, I suppose. Or I think it's called Rage, I'm not sure. No, Rage is in World of Warcraft with warriors. What is, Fury! Fury! That's the one. Alright, we've got Zagara having a pretty large push up here, and if nobody responds to it, she's definitely going to get that fort, like, in no time. Looks like Mainsky notices, and after he finishes that camp, comes up to defend. The camp is still going to take a big chunk of that fort, though. I mean, it's already halfway down. I'm not even sure they'll be able to save it. In the bottom lane, we've got a 4-man push from the red team, clearing that siege camp as quickly as they can, and getting ready to cap that shrine. With Zagara top and Sonya coming in here, it looks like it will be a 4v4 if the team does not split up too much. Looks like Sonya's looking for an opportunity to get in on the backline there. But instead she heads to mid lane. Red team has secured this bottom and the top, but they cannot currently spare someone to go mid, and even if they did, Sonya would be there to greet them. In the top lane, however, it looks like Mainsky is doing his best to push back against that Zagara. He got that camp. It didn't do much damage up here, unfortunately. I mean, both towers are still fairly healthy, so not a lot of value there. And that fort is like a third of its health, probably. About that much. Looks like Mainsky's going in after that Zagara, though. That's a lot of damage on her. The red team has gotten a lot of damage here into the blue team, so they've got a chance to push this fort down. Sonya's waiting in the bush to see if somebody comes to pick up the Dragon Knight, But the red team does not seem to want to go there, wisely so at this point. Instead, they are going to grab this camp, put some more pressure on the bottom lane, and give their Mainsky an opportunity to pick up that dragon. But he's got Jason here, really contesting. Oh goodness, big fight going in at the bottom lane. A lot of damage taken by the blue team, but the red team is the only one that lost 2 people. The blue team did not manage to secure any kills, even though they got a couple of people really low. Hanzo trying his best to put in some damage here. In the meantime, Sonya is doing a lot of work here in mid lane, pushing that minion wave all the way up to the fort. And now the red team has to be really careful because it's 2v4, now it's 2v3. Slide out, ETC! Oh no, he goes down. Mara should really be careful here to not get flipped by that Diablo. But he's Hanzo, he's got range. Looks like Mainsky is doing a great job here. Got that Zagara kill. In terms of structures, it looks like we have a lot more pressure on the red team over the blue team, even though the red team has secured this bottom camp twice so far. That Zagara push is just insane. Looks like the red team is going mid lane now to fight for that Dragon Knight. A lot of damage taken by Mainsky right there. Oh no, and Sonya leaps in on him and secures that kill. It is a leap, Sonya. I am not personally a fan of leap. I think Wrath of the Berserker is just too good. But in some situations, leap does work well. And, well, I suppose she secured that kill. Once again, she used her whirlwind a little too soon there. We get a nice stun from Diablo there on the full red team. Oh no! Deckard goes down as well, joining the Sonya. I wonder if the red team will be heading to top sometime soon, or they're just going to wait for Rexar to be up again. In the meantime, Zola is getting this camp really fast. Of course, that attack speed makes it sort of crazy. You can instantly wipe out those, almost instantly, wipe out those camps. I wonder why the red team is not invading this siege camp. I mean, they have a great opportunity here. They've got 4 people in the bottom lane, and there are still 2 dead for the blue team. Looks like they have the same idea now, but Greymane backed off. So they will be able to get this out as well. Blue team is all heading mid right now to defend the Dragon Knight, leaving 2 Merc camps in the bottom lane that Sonya now has to deal with. In the top lane, Zagara is doing work, and Greymane and Diablo have joined her to scare off that Mainsky. The Bruiser camp from the blue team is pushing here and will likely kill that fort if nothing is done. Longu's taking a lot of damage right. Nisha's also taking a lot of damage, but nobody else is really dying. And the team's disengaged. It is a 5v4 up here, so I was looking really for the red team to take advantage of that. In the bottom lane, Sonya is going to cap that shrine, but hopefully with not enough time for them. Ooh, red team's going for that bruiser camp now. Wolf is a little low on health. Rexar still keeping that top lane, but he's not pushing into those minions. The blue team is setting up shop here in these bushes to try to get a gank. I wonder if somebody will fall into that trap. Looks like the blue team changed their mind and headed to bottom bruiser camp since the red team is all visible in the middle. Good. The red team's bruiser camp is pushing towards that blue fort up here. I mean, at this point in the game, we're 16 minutes in, forts aren't the most important thing. It's really about keeps at this point. But the blue team is still ahead on structures. The team comes in to defend the bottom lane. We get an ETC, Mosh, but ETC takes so much damage, followed by that Malfurion silent. We get the Diablo stuns, really doing work for the blue team here. And even though they all take a lot of damage, nobody dies, except people on the red team. So Zul and ETC go down. Looks like they're looking for another kill here, and Gugo Schmeck is willing to take tower shots for it. Worked out for them. They got a third kill on Hanzo. Death timers are now really long, so this is the point in the game where deaths are really game-changing.
Team has destroyed a fort.
Blue team seems to be going for this keep down here. Ooh, and they are doing a ton of damage to it. I think this is about to go down before anybody can really defend it. Rexar is staying top, and perhaps pushing a bit with his little bear, but this keep goes down in like, I don't know, 20 seconds? Was that 20 seconds maybe? Very quickly, and they're about to get this bruiser camp, which will be pushing onto the core. Red team now has a lot of pressure to answer to. Blue team is going for all the camps that they can get. Rexar is staying very close to that point top. I'm not sure how important that is right now, since the blue team does not seem to be making a play for it. So I think he's missing out on like team fights and wave clear and all that to keep that top secure. Now he's moved to mid lane. The red team is taking a fight here that is a 5v4. Oh no, Marad is about to die. Down goes Marad, followed by Pina Colada. So much damage onto the blue team, but no kills yet. Is Mongoose about to die? Yes, he is. Wolf is going in for the kill on that Greymane, but the Greymane gets away. Diablo's already back. He had enough souls for that, whereas the red team has 2 people now dead. So this is going to be rough for them, unless they manage to pick that up really soon, which I really doubt. Zagara's heading top, and the red team has to play pretty defensively at this point. I think this might be game if the blue team can secure that dragon. It can just go straight to the core. We're almost 20 minutes into the game. That is going to be a very strong dragon. We've got Deckard here with Larson picking up the bottom shrine, and Greymane heading for the middle to pick it up. And they will not be able to interrupt him. CCS will not be able to interrupt him in time. Greymane, will he go bottom? It looks like he is heading that direction. Good decision making there. They are clearing out the lane as well, trying to have a push with not just the Dragon Knight, but the minions to help. Pina Colada gets kicked back straight to the core. The Dragon Knight is not taking a lot of damage yet. So this looks like it might be able to really do some serious damage to the core, if not end it. Ooh, Sonya leaps in, and that ETC Mosh comes out. Goodness. Getting the Zul gets killed. The entire blue team is so low, but they still have that Dragon Knight. And look at the damage it's doing to the core. Oh my. That Sonya is doing a lot of work there, just focusing on the core. And down it goes. Game number 1 goes to Team Training Wheels. Congratulations. Looking at the scores here, we can see that even though Hanzo did do a lot of damage, it did not secure as many kills as the blue team had. They had 14 to 11 here, and that's a lot of damage coming out of Hanzo, but unfortunately it wasn't directed to kill targets, I suppose. He is pretty far in the back, and Hanzo is a very difficult hero to play. Zagara doing some work here. I think ultimately CCS2 could not handle all the push that the blue team had. That Zagara was pushing pretty hard, Sonya as well. A lot of siege damage coming out of the blue team. All right, so it looks like we are going into a game number 2. I wonder what CCS2 will pick, map pick or first pick. Looks like they are going for map pick again. They're going for Sky Temple. That is an interesting strategy. Most teams opt for first pick unless they have like a very specific map strategy that they want to do. Thank you all so much for being here and for watching. If you haven't already, please click the follow button up there. Here we go, got a new lobby. So thinking of Sky Temple, I am wondering what the strategy is here and why they picked that specifically. Will we be seeing another Vexar pick here? Looks like the teams are almost ready to start this. Need one more player from CCS to join the lobby. Teams are still taking some time to deliberate, I suppose, coming up with their strategies. Looks like CCS needs a little bit of time. So they are saying they are not quite ready. I should really play some music during these downtimes, shouldn't I? Unfortunately, if I play the music I like, there are copyright issues once I post the video to YouTube. So they'll like mute the entire video or something. So unfortunately, I have to just entertain you guys. Or I can play game music, which sometimes is really strange. Doesn't fit the mood. Like, I want everybody to be excited, and the game music's sometimes really tragic. You want me to sing you a song? Oh goodness, that would be really bad. You do not want to hear that. Ooh, maybe I should play Monic Mimes music. That Samuro profile picture is very cute. All right, both teams are ready. Woohoo! Going to game number 2. Here we go. If you're just joining us, I see a number of viewers has gone up. Welcome. We are on the second game that's about to start right here. The first game went to the team on the left, the blue team, which is Team Training Wheels. We've got CCS Sam, I think they call it CC Sam. Currently Chasing Samuro on the right with the red team. They chose this map as they lost last game, and now we've got first pick coming out of Team Training Wheels. We get a Zul ban. I mean, that Zul was pretty painful in the last game. And I mean, Zul in general is a pretty strong character. So that's a pretty meta ban, as well as a targeted ban, I suppose. We get a Deckard ban here as well from CCS. Second ban's coming out shortly. Kelthas. That was also banned last game by Team Training Wheels. Will we see a repeat ban from CCS? We get an ETC ban. That is interesting. I think last game they banned Johanna instead, and they took ETC. But I wonder why they specifically don't want ETC here. Likely for the stage dive, I suppose. For the temples, we get a Johanna. Johanna's always a strong tank. I think she's likely the strongest tank in the game right now. Always a great pick. We get a Greymane out of Wolf. And a Lucio. It's only appropriate that Wolf would play Greymane. My kitty cat is curious about the food that I have right here. We get a Rainer and Lily. I don't think he would like this food. I mean, it's vegetarian and it's chickpea curry. So I don't know why he's so curious about it. That's my dinner, just waiting right there. We get an Uther ban from CCS, which is sort of an odd ban given that they already have a tank and a healer. I know Uther can currently be played as a tank Uther, but they have Johanna, so their composition looks more traditional at this point. We get another Tracer ban out of Team Training Wheels.
I'm here to help.
Jaina and Garrosh. Ooh, I'm looking forward to those flips. Yeah, chickpea curry is delicious. Oh, thank you. He is very cute. It would be even cuter if you wanted to cuddle right now, but he doesn't want to. We get another Zagara pick and a Thrall out of Team Training Wheels here. I'm guessing that, oddly, I mean, usually people send a 4-man. I wonder if it's Thrall or Zagara who's going to be in the 4-man rotating mid-bot on this map. I imagine the Zagara will go top and maybe Thrall will stay with the team. Ooh, Imperious coming out of Mainski. I don't think I've seen him play that before, so I'm looking forward to see how he does on it. That Zagara was very influential last game. She did a lot of damage and pushed really hard, so I'm also looking forward to seeing how well she does this game. Here we go. I apologize, it's a little too late to play that music. Alright, let me introduce the teams again. We've got Mongoose on the Johanna, Gigglesmack on Raynor, Ouija on the Lily, who seems to be going top lane, Larson on Thrall, and Jason on the Zagara. This is for Team Training Wheels, the blue team. On the right-hand side, we've got Currently Chasing Samuro with Mainski on Imperious, Slick Rub on Lucio, Pina Colada on Garrosh, Marad on Jaina, and Wolf on Greymane. Looks like Imperious is going straight to the top lane and Zagara is about to join him. In the meantime, the red team quickly clears that lane and heads to the bottom lane. Let's see if they can get a good rotation going here. Blue team is about to catch up. Looks like Garrosh has some ideas here. Red team is heading back to mid lane, doing a quicker rotation because they do have a really good wave clear with that Jaina. Greymane is breaking off to get the siege camp, as are Lily and Raynor, although Johanna's there with them as well. While Thrall soaks mid, I mean. And Zagara is doing some work top. She's already gotten almost that entire bottom tower. Both teams are fighting a bit in the bottom lane here. It is a 3v4 though, so let's see if we can get a good flip from the garage. Johanna's doing a great job staying in front of her team, making it difficult for the red team to flip anyone. Jaina goes mid lane to deal with the remnants of that wave. Mongoose goes in a little deep, takes a lot of damage, and the red team backs off. Mongo's still pretty loose here, pretty low here. Alright, Imperius is pretty low on health as well, so he's got to be careful of that Zagara. He is trying his best to clear that wave without it getting all the way to the tower, but she's doing some work here. Looks like the blue team dove under the red towers and got Johanna killed for it. Looks like Ouija will also be joining him. Or her, rather. Alright. Mid lane seems to just be a fight between Thrall and Jaina. This is a little unusual. Looks like the red team is heading for that bruiser camp right in time for the shrines here, or temples rather. Looks like Mainsky did manage to get a lot of damage into that Zagara. She knows he's hiding in there though. She's not falling for it. Garrosh starts this middle temple, gets quite a few of the shots here before heading to the top lane. The entire red team is up here though, so they're only soaking this one lane. Nothing in the middle lane or the bottom lane. So they are potentially missing out on XP here. Either that or they're going for a lot of damage up here with that camp. Looks like that's what they're planning on. Get that fort perhaps? Or at least get some damage into it. The blue team rotates up to deal with that. But not before that fort takes a lot of damage. Will it die with the last 4 shots from that temple? I think it will. Oh no! Just enough to keep it still alive, but it's almost dead. Your team's going for their bruiser camp. I'm not sure this is the best timing for it, but the siege camps here are getting done by both teams. Got Thrall and with a little help from Zagara. Got Zagara soaking the mid lane right now, and Imperius having fun in the top lane, pushing that wave up. But he is going to have to clear that giant bruiser camp, so it is likely going to get pushed way further in, especially with Zagara pushing against him. Both teams check in on the boss. The blue team still has their siege camp pushing, while the red team's siege camp is already dead. Their main wave clearer is Jaina here. She's able to put a lot of damage into that as soon as it gets close enough to the towers. In the meantime, in the top lane, we need a Grey Mane to help the Mainsky to get rid of that camp. The Mainsky is pretty low, taking damage from minions, so he needs to back out of there. Mongoose is looking for a fight here, as is Pina Colada, looking for that flip. He may be able to flip that Rainer, and that flip comes. Jaina takes that opportunity and puts a lot of damage into the Rainer almost instantly, but they cannot kill him. And Pina Colada takes so much damage they have to back out. It is currently a 4v3 as well, so not the best place for a direct team to be. That Hyperion zones out the entire red team, while the blue team starts on that temple in the bottom. Mainsky and Zagara have both stayed top, but Zagara has her Nidus, so she can switch between top and bottom in no time. Fortunately for Mainsky, he's still up here by himself, but let's see if he can get that fort. It is a 5v4 down here in the bottom lane. Garrosh goes down. The red team is very low. They managed to secure 2 kills nonetheless. That is a 5v4, and it went the red team's way. That is very surprising, but unfortunately the red team is not super healthy right now, so they still cannot contest this 3v3. Taking a lot of damage. Wolf is just poking at this point. Gigglesmack doing a lot of damage as well. And the blue team continues to hold on to this temple. Alright, they got all of those shots, unfortunately, for the red team. So now Lily has to back. She's pretty low on both health and mana. But they managed to kill both of those forts. Those 2 forts are gone. The top fort is also gone for the blue team. It looks like the red team is trying to take a little more down here, because they know that they are 5v3 at this point. They can see Zagara in the top lane, and they know Lily backed, but they are backing off right now as Lily returns. Both teams going for their siege camps with their tanks angering in the bushes. The red team does not have any towers here, so the blue team is going pretty far in to get rid of those siege camps, and they are not afraid. The red team doesn't even have a fort here, so they have to back off a bit. You do not want to be fighting that very large minion wave. Siege camp and the blue team. Is the blue team thinking of boss? Yes, they are. That is an interesting call there, but Garrosh is coming in. The red team knows they're there. They will all be coming here to collapse on them. Looks like the blue team realizes this and backs off, lets the boss leash.
Soon they shall bask in my glory.
The blue team's siege camp, however, has gotten all the way to this keep. And Zagara is doing work top, trying to clear out that lane for her team, because that is their most vulnerable lane at this point. Blue team's waiting for a gank here. Looks like Garrosh doesn't care. He just goes right in. He takes a lot of damage though. Lucio uses his ult to get out those shields. It is 4v5 at the moment, so the red team can secure this camp. Temple. And the blue team rotates up to soak a bit of the mid lane and help Zagara. Down goes that top fort for the red team, and likely the bottom fort for the blue team. Wow, the blue team is making a bold play here, going for this bruiser camp. And I wonder if the red team will respond by trying to take this boss. Doesn't look like it. They likely would have had the time to do it since the blue team is still up top. Blue team is returning though, so no time anymore.
Find something else.
They may be looking to get that Zagara on rotation though. I mean, that would have made for a great kill, but they ignore her and go instead for the Johanna. An odd choice there. Mongoose uses his Unstoppable and gets out of there with hardly any damage taken, while Zagara goes for their bruiser camp. The red team now needs to defend this top lane. And they get the opportunity to take the boss again, and they go for it. The red team is all really close by, but do they know that the boss is being taken? They realize it now. Here they come. It's going to be a 4v4. It's very interesting. Blue team's taking a lot of damage from the boss, as well as from the red team. The Jaina ult comes out. Johanna is dead. I think Larson is about to die as well. That is a lot of healing done, but still it was not enough to save him. The red team pulled that one out and stole the boss. They do have a very low Garrosh, but Lucio is still alive, so he's going to heal that back up soon. That was likely not the best choice to go for that boss with the red team right around the corner. Their team's pushing as hard as they can here, trying to get to use that advantage. But the rest of the blue team is alive, but Zagara gets flipped and killed. Johanna comes in with her Unstoppable. That's already down, so now any kind of CC on her and she will be stuck. Wolf takes a lot of damage though, backing out. The red team is backing out without killing that keep. It has such little health though. I wonder if nope, the siege camp cannot kill it. I think just one more temple and they will get that keep likely for free, but if that temple is bought, I'm not sure this top temple will actually help. But the red team could send one person to just topple that keep so that they start getting catapults. Both teams are up here in a 5v5. Looks like Garrosh is about to check the bush. Garrosh comes in, trying to head to... Oh, he flips over Johanna, takes a lot of damage, and down he goes. Garrosh dies, as does Greymane. That's a lot of damage into the red team, even though the blue team is low. No, goodness. Imperius dies as well. That did not go well for the red team at all. 0 kills for the red team, with 3 kills for the blue team. Of course, now the red team has to be very careful to not get ganked out here, because they are seen by the blue team, and the blue team does seem to have that idea. The top keep goes down for the red team, and Zagara goes over here to deal with this camp before it can reach the keep and kill it. Both teams are fairly even on XP. Nobody has reached 20 yet, and I think that is likely what they're hoping for right now, just to reach their level 20s and then engage. Red team seems to be heading to the blue team siege camp, because I know the blue team is there, but they are a moment too late. Red team heads to their bottom lane instead to clear that out, with Zagara going top to clear the minions from the mercs from the red team. If they can take this fight, it would be a 5v4, but I'm not sure the blue team will allow them to do that. They try to flank here.
The light of the sun grows within.
Does not go well.
Soon
So they just clear out some more minions. Blue team grabs their booster camp right in time for the temples. So the red team is currently down on structures, so they cannot just be happy with trading temples, like letting the blue team get one and they take one, because that means the blue team will eventually win if they just keep trading. So it looks like the red team is looking for a fight here. Mainsky takes a lot of damage before the fight has even started, and oh my goodness, so does Garrosh. He goes down before the red team has done any damage. But that Jaina does manage to secure the Zagara kill, Jaina and Imperius. with 1 kill on each side. Looks like both teams are not fond of trying to kill anyone at this point. The red team is missing their tank, so that's understandable, but the blue team could really be pushing here. But as I said, trading temples is good news for the blue team. Raymain must go back to defend that camp, and a giant wave with 4 catapults. Unfortunately for the red team, the temple is going for the mid keep and fountain. It is not going for this bottom one, which would really be more useful for them.
And so the light fades.
Yes, it is a very close game so far. The red team is right here checking to see if the blue team is on boss. Only Thrall and Raynor in vision so far for the blue team, with Raymain in the mid lane. Looks like there will be a fight here around the boss. That did not quite work out for Garrosh. The blue team's actually just going for that siege camp. And they managed to secure it in like all of 2 seconds. Hello, Ektar, and people from Ektar's stream, welcome. We are currently on game 2 with Team Training Wills on the left, blue team, and Currently Chasing Samuro on the right. The first game went to Team Training Wills. So in order to stay in this series, Currently Chasing Samuro needs to win this. Oh no! They are taking a 4v5 team, and this is really bad for the red team. Down goes Garrosh. Their Jaina was not there. That was perfect timing by the blue team to pick that fight, because they saw that Jaina had retreated. And of course now they get this boss, which will get them back keep and likely a lot of damage onto the core as well. It is very hard for the red team to contest this down person. And not just any person, it's their tank. Looks like Wolf is going for this camp as well. And the blue team is pushing bottom lane. I think this is the push to end. We are 19 minutes into the game, so that is going to be a very strong boss. And the red team defend this. Oh no! Imperius runs in to a stun. That boss is not taking enough damage to go before it touches the core. Along with both top and bottom temple going to the blue team, this is GG. Well played by both teams. It was a very close game. We get a Lily kill here, but it does not change anything. Currently Chasing Samuro loses this one, and Team Training Wheels wins the series with 2-0. Congratulations! Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next stream, which I believe is tomorrow. We have a game as Kael'thas Can't Spell, so I will be casting that. Not casting, I guess streaming that. Yep. Alright, I'll see you all later, and thank you for watching. And if you haven't yet, please click follow or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Oh yes, they do want an interview. Actually, that's great. All right, it's not over yet. Let's do an interview. I am currently waiting for Team Training Wheels to get in with that interview.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
We feel pretty good.
Congratulations on your win. Well played.
Thank you. Woo! This is Ouija. Jay sent me here to supervise him.
All right. How did you feel about that second game? It was much closer, I think, than the first one.
When you break out the Lily, you never lose. She's always on an adventure, and the adventure's to win.
She's sleeper OP. I feel like we got a very narrow lead about halfway through the game, and Mongoose has a very strong understanding of Sky Temple, and we just kept that narrow lead and pushed it to a victory.
Yeah, that was interesting. You know, when I saw that boss steal from Currently Chasing Samuro, I thought that, oh no, they've turned the game, or you know, like it looked like that lead was going to be gone, but you guys pulled it back.
Yeah,
we were worried about that keep.
Yeah.
That keep had a sliver of health, and nobody went to kill it.
They could have just, like, I don't know, hit it with anything at that point, but they never. I mean, they would have had to push up really far, and we were always sharking around those little foresty areas. So
it's a big map, and we were able to get Zagara value.
Yeah, absolutely. That Zagara was instrumental in both games.
That's something that we've been experimenting with, and it's nice to see it successful in a series.
That's wonderful. Sorry, my cat's bugging me right now, so I'm I'm a little distracted.
Nice. Hello, cat.
Okay, so would you like to say some shout outs, or thank anyone?
Thank you for casting.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you to Currently Chasing Samuro for the series. Of course, a shout out to our current team. Haven't mentioned Larson yet. Larson is usually our offlane player, but we kind of flexed that with Zagara, and he fit into our 4-man really well. And we recently added a 6 roster player, Andrew. Shout out to Andrew. That's all I've got for now.
Does Ouija have anything to add?
I want to give a big shout out to my mom. Thank you, Mom, for always being there for me.
All right.
And I know that you said I'd never amount to anything, but here we are on top of Div C, Nexus Gaming Series.
We're sure.
I'm kidding. I love my mom. But seriously, like, thank you very much for casting our game. We Giggle and I used to cast all the time, and so we know how hard that is to do. So we really appreciate you casting us.
Oh, it's no problem at all. It's my pleasure. It was really fun to watch those games. Thank you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys maybe in some other stream.
Oh yeah.
Thanks so much. Talk to you later.
You're welcome. Bye.
Peace out, A-Town.
Okay, people, that is it for us tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and bye.